Hi, so welcome to our channel, Graveyard Sisters. So it was initially just me, Leslie, and my bestest friend, who's just like my sister, has decided that she enjoys graveyard exploring as much as me. So we've came in it together. So today you've got Leslie. So welcome to our channel. So I'm here today, blantyre Cemetery, and that's the gates. There was someone down there and I just didn't want to look rude with my camera, so I've just came in. I was really going to wait for the weather to get better, but this is Scotland, so we'll be waiting forever. So yeah, this is Blantyre Cemetery in South Lanarkshire, Scotland. This cemetery, it was opened in 1875. There are no plots available to buy, but previous purchased plots, I believe, are still opened, you know, for family members. So that brings me on to why I'm here. So I found this little graveyard last year, and it isn't very big. So as I was wandering around, and I met a lovely man with a lovely dog. I could have stayed all day talking to him. I made my way around to look at the older part. So the the newer part of the cemetery's over that way, and this is more the older part. So it is more of the older graves I'm more interested in. I mean, the reason I like to do this is I love reading the stones. I love looking at the gorgeous, the gorgeous designs on these stones are absolutely beautiful. This is erected by Mary Buchan in loving memory of her husband John Miller, who died at Springwell 17th of November 1906, aged 72, and their son Benjamin, who died at Glasgow on the same day, aged 30 years. How sad is that? And also their children, Archibald, aged 5, John, aged 3, Catherine, aged 6 years, Mary, aged 6 years, and they're interred in Tollcross Churchyard. And their son Archibald, who died the 14th of February 1909, aged 40 years. And then Mary, and she died this 1917, aged 80. How much heartbreak on literally one stone. Absolutely beautiful. And these are like the reasons I like to come here, and I don't know if there's anyone here related now to them who would come and just pay some respects. So it's about remembering people, the birds, paying respects, and just saying their names out loud once more. And here we've got a Private Jai Johnston, Army Catering Corps, the 22nd of January 1944. And look, it's the Army Catering Corps. So yeah, again, brings me back to where I was going. I'm going to concentrate on this little bit here first. The reason being, and you'll find out very soon, is there is a lot of graves here. As you can see with the lighting, it's a very dull, and as what we say in Scotland, a dull and dreich day. But if we wait for one day of summer, then we're going to wait a long time. So yeah, there's a lot of these old graves and old headstones here. Here there's a monument which I will come to. And again, a lot of headstones that fell over, broken. And yeah, It's very unkempt here. So the last time I was here, I walked right round the back area, right round the back, right round the back, right round the back, and I got to this part here, and I'm going to be 100% honest, I walked straight over it, straight over the whole lot of this grass, open space. And if you walk round this way, you're heading back out. So I've just walked over this open space here. So why would I talk about that open space? Because it isn't open space. It isn't open space. As the cemetery's not full, as the cemetery's full, no plots, then I was wondering why this would be here. So I went home, I've done some research, and yeah, this is what's called common ground. In other words, a pauper's grave. Not just a pauper's grave, pauper's grave, basically meaning if you didn't have any money to be buried, you were all getting buried together. The first interment in this graveyard was the 5th of May 1875. Section A, common ground, has as many as 18 bodies in a layer. Men, women and children here. All buried here. In total there are 2,781 blantyre babies and toddlers buried here. Records say that layer 773 has 38 bodies interred in one layer, all unrelated to each other. Between 1875 and 1915, the statistics show on average 6 babies were buried in blantyre here a month. So behind this wall, I believe, used to be a hospital. So I presume what happens is they died and then were interred here. In 1908, of the 206 people buried in that particular year, 26 were stillborn, 86 were under the age of 1, and 50 were aged between 1 and 5. Infant mortality was rife. This little place, Blantyre, it's not a large place, so back then, over 100 years ago, the population would have been even smaller. So to have that heartbreak is heartbreaking. If you look, you probably can't see it. The ground isn't even, it's all mounded. In the following decade, the numbers of burials started to decline when living conditions got better. And I just wanted to come here and just remember these little souls. And the men and the women, they're also buried here. So I believe, or I've heard, or I've read, there is a plaque being put to commemorate this. There is a project called the Blantyre Project. This is where I found all the information. So I do see a plaque over here. So yeah, I just wanted to, remember that, it's not open space. There's nearly 4,000 people under there. Rest in peace. I'm going to look over here. There's a plaque here. I don't know if this is the one that's commemorating them. I don't know. Memory of Gerard Wright. Loved and never forgotten. And there also is, I'm going to just stay to the side of this, on the dirt part, because I really don't want to be walking over. But there is another plaque here, so I'm going to have a look. It's just, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it when I read it. And I had to go back. It's very peaceful. You can feel the peace. And here's lost and remembered but never forgotten McMonigal, Jane, Michael, Annie, 2 weeks old, 14 months old, 4 weeks old, Peter, 3 months old, Morris, 4 days old, Michael Joseph, 1 year old. Rest in peace. So maybe that's family members that, you know, that have... It's so sad. So sad. You know, like, I think we don't realise how lucky we have it nowadays. And there's another one here, so I'm going to make my way across here and see what this one says, and then I'm just going to move off because there isn't any more. But again, behind this wall apparently was a hospital. Here lies this common ground. Walter Penman, 22, and Thomas Penman, who perished along with 71 other men and boys in the Udston Colliery explosion, May 28th, 1887. So that kind of follows on what else I was going to speak about. Blantyre didn't really have it good for tragedies. In the morning of 1877 in Blantyre had the worst Scottish mining accidents to date. Pits number 2 and 3 of William Dixon's Blantyre colliery was the site of an explosion which killed 207 miners, possibly more, the youngest being 11. They say it was fire damp. It left 92 widows and 250 fatherless children. So all that tragedy deserves to be remembered. So I know they've got a monument for the explosion and the mining tragedy, and I'm thinking this might be it here. So I'm going to go and have a little look. But yeah, how sad to know that, yeah. And that's only one little area. I mean, how many other cemeteries probably have the same back then? How many babies? How many people died? And we moan, we moan, we've got it rough. We don't as bad as them. So yeah, here is the memorial for the Blantyre mining disaster, erected by William Dixon Limited in memory of 240 of their workmen who were killed by explosions in Blantyre Colliery on the 22nd of November 1877 and July the 2nd, 1879, and many of whom who are buried here. There was another smaller explosion again, and this is it's really, really pretty. Everyone who lost their life, age 22, 15, 21, 18, 14, and the list just goes on and on and on and on. And another one. Again, the list just goes on and on and on. Really don't know if my camera's very good at picking this up. On and on and on. And we can't, I mean, we're moaning at the moment, you know, about the cost of living and how much our gas and electricity is costing, but you can't imagine, like, your children are going down into the mine, the pits, going into the pits for coal. Oh. That's a beautiful tree. Oops, it's me again. That's wrong. No, not good. I'm just getting used to this technology. I was just worried that my microphone was still connected to my Bluetooth speakers. So I'm hoping that the volume on this is okay. It just makes me feel really sad now. I just feel, yeah, sad that all these little lost souls are not here with us anymore. This is in memory of John Miller, dearly beloved husband of Elizabeth Kennedy, who died at Woodhead, Bothwell, the 14th of August 1940, aged 75, and their daughter Susan, who died at Craighead, Blantyre, 5th of June 1900, aged 8, and Elizabeth, who died the 15th of January 1947, aged 83 years, and also Frank, who was beloved husband of Elizabeth. That's a beautiful stone. These are quite unkempt, and this is the older part that doesn't seem to be getting looked after anymore. This is lovely. This is erected by Christina Jeffrey.
Total distance 3.22 kilometers. Total time 1 hour 15 minutes and 46 seconds. Split pace 29 minutes 12 seconds per kilometer.
I have my Fitbit thing on my phone connected to my earphones. So yeah, I've done 2 miles. So this is Christina Jeffrey in loving memory of her husband Alexander Malcolm, who died the 1st of March 1906, aged 52, and their daughter, wee Annie, who died in infancy. So I'll go along here and read some of these older ones. These are the ones that are really in quite bad condition. This is erected by David Jeffrey in memory of his beloved wife, Mary M. Bell, who died at Han Blantyre the 10th of March 1905, aged 66 years, and the above David Jeffrey, who died at Liverpool 4th of March 1929, age 83 years. Beautiful designs though. Erected by James and Janet Hasty in loving memory of their family, Mrs. Maggie Hasty, who died the 8th of January 1905, aged 25. Also James David, who died young and interred in Tollcross Churchyard, and his beloved wife, the above Janet Morrison, who died January 4th, 1911, aged 56 years. There's another one that's fell down again. These are all. They're all down. This one's down and it's someone, I'm not actually sure how they managed to pick that up and put it like that, but it's hard to read the writing on that. The ground's still quite wet. I've got my trainers on. Better off my wellies. In loving memory of her husband, Ferguson Crichton, died the 8th of September 1890, aged only 35 years, and their daughter Nellie, who died the 21st of January 1907, aged 16. Also their daughter Isabella, who died the 21st of September 1931, aged 47 years. Simply to thy cross. In loving memory of the above Mary Mark, died the 17th of January 1940, aged 80 years. As you can see, they're all just down here, broken. So I'm kind of presuming that this is like a burial mound. I don't know if you can see that the actual ground goes up, and I'm pretty certain there's probably bodies interred under here. So we'll walk a little bit up here. It's very sparse. I just love the sound of the birds. It's like a dove. Is it a dove or is it a pigeon? I think it's a dove. Is that a dove or a pigeon? I can't tell. There's two. These are a little bit more newer here, these ones. Beautiful. This is a new one here. In memory of James Black, who died the 1st of January 1980, aged 69. Beloved husband of Catherine McCartney, who died the 2nd of July 2006, aged 89 years, gone but not forgotten. This is gorgeous. What's down here? This one here slips between these two lovely trees. Erected by Margaret Clements and family in memory of her husband John Downey, who died the 20th of March 1953, aged 58. Also wee William, who died in infancy. Also the above Margaret, who died the 27th of December 1984, aged 88. Rest in peace. This is lovely. This really is beautiful here. It does feel tranquil, even though there's the common ground. It doesn't feel, it feels tranquil. This one here. the R on it. R for William Roberts, born the 2nd of April 1849, who died the 12th of January 1920. His wife Agnes Stephen, born the 9th of June 1852 and died the 11th of July 1929. The R. I love these trees, they're the conifer trees. I'm not very good with plants. I mean, that one's huge. It seems so... it has a really enchanted feeling here. It's really nice. In loving memory of Alexander McIntosh, beloved husband of Isabella Messer, died the 21st of July 1921, aged 41. Also their son Andrew Messer, who died the 3rd of January 1946, aged 39. In God's house for everyone my dwelling place shall be. Yeah, the birds are out in full force today here. They're catching all the worms in the damp grounds. It's still quite cold. And this is erected to the memory of John Clark, who died Woodside, Glasgow Road, Blantyre, 26th of April 1930, aged 81, and of his wife Jeannie Marie Baumgarten, who died at Troon, 2nd of December 1938. This park here's... I have to come down here. It's so lovely. I don't know why I'm whispering. In loving memory of Henry Wilson from his mates. Alexander MacLeod, in loving memory of his beloved wife Sarah Rankin, who died the 28th of December 1948, aged 61. Also her father John Rankin, who died the 1st of January 1923, aged 78, and her mother too. Annie C. Snedden. Yeah, it just feels so peaceful. And here's one with a lovely Celtic design on it here. In loving memory of Mary Patterson, the beloved wife of John Renwick, who passed away the 8th of April 1923, aged 59. Also the above John, who died the 17th of April 1943, aged 81. And their son-in-law Charles is also there. Even though it's not like a small graveyard, you know, there's a lot of graves and there's a lot of history here in this just little one small area. And there is an old kirkyard, an old churchyard, which I will be exploring. I've got a little short video on it just to let you see what it's like, but I will be going back there to do a proper video. Yeah, it's beautiful. And here we have this one with an anchor. In loving memory of Hugh Campbell, born at Blantyre, 17th of August 1849, died at Paisley, 25th of January 1929. Also Archie Horatio Campbell, born at Valparaiso, Chile. 13th of November 1912 and died at Edinburgh. The 11th of May 1930. He was only 18. Yeah, I love looking into old history of where you live and finding out how people lived and what it was like then and how different it obviously was from, you know, how we're living nowadays. And I think every gravestone tells a story. This is beautiful. This is like a little circle part in here. Which I'm not on a grave here. Again, it's just a sense of peace. This one here's caught my eye. Just moving a wee bit further down. Just fell over, but this one. William Finlay Wright, who died January 1933, aged 49 years. Beloved husband of Marion, also their grandson Eric, who was killed at Wick, 1st of July 1940, aged 5.5 years. This one here, this is fell over. It's gorgeous, gorgeous carving. In loving memory of her dear son, Angelo Viola, died suddenly on, and then there's literally nothing else there. So I suppose this is just like a little first tester video. The ones from Millport, Audrey and myself, we took them when we were on holiday. We didn't think about uploading them to our own channel together, so we've put them on first. And I hope anyone who's who's watched them enjoys them. And if you do, could you please hit the like, subscribe button? It would mean so much. This is erected by John Morrison in loving memory of his wife Jean Patterson, who died the 19th of February, aged 1929, aged 57 years old. You know, I think as I got older, I've brought up my children. My children are getting older, and I'm a bit like, what am I going to do with myself? And I just love these old graveyards. I like the old graveyards. The new graveyards are gorgeous, and the new graves, but I always feel that, you know, I could be intruding in someone's grief by filming someone's grave who, you know, maybe is not long passed away, or if I'm filming and they're here, I don't want anyone to, you know, get angry that I'm filming. I don't really know what the protocol for that is. Is it okay to film? I gather it is. If you because this is a usable graveyard and people still come in, I just don't want to upset anyone. A big crow. This one here. This is in loving memory of Margaret Toner, beloved wife of Frank Donnelly, who died the 21st of June 1938, aged 72 years. Also the above Frank Donnelly, who died the 10th of February 1941, aged 67 years. It's Beautiful, beautiful memorials to remember your loved ones by. This little part here, it's very enchanted looking. This one, it's caught my eye. In loving memory of Mary Toner, who died the 18th of December 1977, aged 64 years, beloved wife of James Muir. James was accidentally killed in Dixon's Colliery the 15th of August 1943, aged 34. So this was, yeah, but after the mining disaster, he was killed in the actual colliery in an accident. And he was only 34. It's sad. In memory of Jean D. Fulston, the 16th of the 8th, 1943, aged 3 years and 8 months. Charles McKean Fulston, the 10th of the 6th, 1947, aged 3 years. And Matilda McKean Dick, 11th of the 6th, 1948, aged 27. And William Holmes McKean, 21st of the 2nd, 2007, 91 years old. Rest in peace. That one's just lying. Excuse me. So those birds. And a little bit of blue sky. This is a very pretty grave too. New grave. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Blossom coming on that tree. So I will leave it here. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and please press the like, subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, take care.